Hello, my name is Matthew Trapp. I'm the Executive Manager of Water and Wastewater at Lithgow City Council. I'm going to be talking about an explanation about the proposed water pricing structure changes for the 22-23 financial year. What does Council's water infrastructure include? Council currently manages 2 prescribed dams, 3 water pumping stations, 1 water treatment plant being Oakey Park Water Treatment Plant, 9 reservoirs across the LGA, which is connected by 258 kilometres of water mains, servicing 8,326 premises connected for potable water. What are the 2 different charges for water? All accounts include 2 components: a fixed access charge for being connected to the water supply and a usage or consumption charge for the water that's used through the meter. What is the water pricing structure proposed to be? In October 2021, IPART increased the charges to Lithgow City Council for the use of Water New South Wales Water and Fish River Water Scheme by 36%. Other increased costs to treat water came about through the year and ongoing for chemicals, plant, equipment and materials to be used, increased construction costs such as pipes, valves and materials, and an increase in pensioner rebates which are subsidised by the rest of the community. What service does Council provide? Customers can expect Council to meet the levels of service for the operation and maintenance of the water treatment and delivery system. This includes, but is not limited to, 2 water treatment plants, 1 owned by Lithgow City Council and 1 owned and operated by Water New South Wales, 380 kilometres of pipework to manage, operate and maintain from Lithgow through to Duckamalloy dams and through to the meter, and 2 extreme consequence category dams to operate and maintain. 2 are owned by Lithgow City Council and operated and maintained by Council staff, and as well as Oberon Dam, which is operated and maintained by Water New South Wales. Council continues to plan for the future with strategic plans for major infrastructure construction to serve the LGA now and into the future.
Matt, can you explain some of the strategic plans that Council has for water?
So Council's currently working on the Integrated Water Cycle Management Strategy, which is a plan and tool used by Department of Planning and Environment to concur with councils on water infrastructure and sewerage infrastructure that's required now and into the future. These plans are created for 30 years plus so that councils can adequately plan for development and proper infrastructure spending, and it also enables us to obtain funding for these infrastructure projects.
What are some of the projects that we're actually doing out of those plans at the moment?
That plan is currently being worked on to be created and give us a plan going forwards into the future. The previous plan enabled us to go through and complete the biosolids work at Lithgow STP, which has increased our productivity of producing biosolids and sludge removal at the STP and across all their STPs by about 200%. So we're producing at a much higher rate and being able to do it internally, reducing costs to the ratepayer and through our sewage system.
And water?
The water planning and the strategies around water are being constructed at the moment for water supply and security going into the future. Staff are currently working on plans to provide a water supply strategy across the LGA, taking into account a number of different configurations of the supplies that we have and some that may become available in the future. What will a residential premises pay on average? A 20mm residential connection with an estimated usage at 131 kilolitres per year. In 2021, this cost would be $677 per year, which equates to $1.85 per day. The yearly cost with the proposed charges for 22-23 would be $753 per year at $2.06 per day. This equates to $76 per year. What is the increase to the pensioner rebate? Council has increased the maximum annual concession rebate for eligible pensioner customers from $87.50 to $222.50, an increase of $135. Council has also decreased the water usage charges. In 2021-22, the water access charge was $205 with a pensioner rebate of $87.50, leaving out-of-pocket cost of $117.50. The proposed charges for 22-23 would be a water access charge $380, a pension rebate of $222.50, and an out-of-pocket expense for $157.50. How do these costs compare with our neighbours? Common comparisons between Lithgow City Council as a water utility are made between our neighbouring water utilities such as Sydney Water, Oberon Council, Orange City Council, Bathurst Regional Council and Midwestern Regional Council. This table shows the proposed access charges for the 22-23 year for both Lithgow City Council and each of these utilities. Key comparisons within this table show the total connections for each utility, the number of residential connections, the area of the utility and the population served, as well as the length of mains that are required to be operated and maintained. The bottom of the page also shows the time on drought restrictions during the 2020 to 21 financial year. Some of the key comparisons within this are the population served, showing that Lithgow has 18,299. Other utilities such as Oberon have a far smaller number of 3,200, whereas Orange or Bathurst have far greater numbers of population served and hence a greater population or number of connections to spread costs out over. Another key to look at is the time on drought restrictions. Lithgow City Council in the 2020-21 financial year was on drought restrictions for no time throughout that period, whereas other utilities were on and remain on drought restrictions. So what does this all mean? The water service has experienced large externally imposed cost increases. The service needs to be operated in a financially sustainable fashion. The extra cost must be recovered from the users of the water service. The changes are proposed for Lithgow City Council water users. Water New South Wales users will not be affected by the pricing structure change from Council. For a typical residential consumer, 131 kilolitres of water per year is used. The yearly cost for an average customer will increase $76 per year, equating to $1.46 per week. The average cost of water per day for water usage with connection raised from $1.85 in 2021 to the proposed $2.06 in the 2022-23 year.
So, Matt, can you explain what some of the projects are for water infrastructure in the 22-23 financial year?
Some of the water infrastructure projects that we'll be undertaking in the next financial year will involve asset data collection so that we have a better understanding of the systems that we're working with. Obviously the systems are ageing and the infrastructure is ageing, so we have to have a better understanding of what systems we're working with, as well as some other upgrade work such as electrical upgrades to our pump stations for efficiency gains and some better control over those pump stations. We'll also be conducting reviews and some customer consultation throughout the year, as we'll be doing level of service reviews and reviews of the service areas that we're currently working within.
Anybody wishing to view Council's operational plan for the next financial year to see what projects are planned or to view the fees and charges can visit our website ourplaceourfuture.lithgow.com. Submissions close on the 25th of May and will be reported to the June meeting of Council.